It doesn't scream, it doesn't shake the room, but when it happens, everything changes. That quiet moment when you stop asking, will they stay, and start promising, I will. You stop searching faces for home. Stop reaching hands that always slip. Stop offering pieces of yourself just to feel held. Something shifts. You turn inward, not to hide, to return. Because the one thing that never abandoned you was you. No applause, no grand scene, just a quiet choice to need no one, to chase no one, to wait for no one. And in that silence, you meet someone new, the one who always stayed, the one becoming enough. Most people don't fear loneliness, they fear meeting themselves there. But that's where the shift begins. When you stop calling the silence empty and start calling it yours, you learn to sit with it, to walk with it, to sleep without needing someone to keep the night warm. And slowly, it doesn't feel like lack, it feels like clarity. You stop waiting for someone to text, stop scrolling for someone to notice, stop hoping that today someone finally gets you. Because you do. You laugh alone, you cry and let it pass, you walk streets with nothing to prove. And suddenly being alone isn't being lonely. It's just being with breath, with thought, with the one person that never truly left you. You don't need a mirror to feel seen, don't need arms to feel held, don't need noise to feel alive. You are not a half. You are not a waiting place. You are not unfinished. You are enough. They won't like it. When you stop saying yes, when you stop being available, when you stop bending, just to keep the peace. But you weren't born to be a bridge. You weren't made to be walked on. You are a gate, a line, a choice. And the moment you say no, not with anger, but with certainty, you reclaim your space. Not everyone gets access. Not everything deserves your energy. Not every call needs to be answered. That's not cruelty, that's clarity. Boundaries aren't walls, they're doors with locks, and you hold the key. Say no, even when your voice shakes. Say no, even when they call you cold. Say no, especially when it costs you comfort, because every time you say yes to something that drains you, you say no to the version of you that could have grown. Let them think what they want. Let them fall away if they must. You don't owe them softness at the expense of your spine. Your peace is not up for negotiation. And no is a full sentence. You're not here to be measured. You're not built for approval. And you're not someone's reflection. You define you. But the world will try. They'll try to label you, scale you, mark you as enough, only when they feel like it. And if you let them, they'll own your worth. But not anymore. You don't need applause to feel valid. Don't need likes to feel seen. Don't need a lover to feel complete. Your value isn't hanging in someone else's voice. It's rooted in how you show up when no one is looking. It's in the promises you keep to yourself, the boundaries you don't break, the truth you carry when it's not convenient. You don't prove your worth. You live it. You walk into rooms without shrinking. You speak without asking for space. You exist like you belong because you do. Let them underestimate. Let them misunderstand. Let them doubt. That's not your weight to carry. You know what you are. You know what you're not. And no one gets to write your price tag except you. The world is loud, and most people are afraid of what comes when it stops. But silence is not empty. It's just undistracted. That's where you meet you. Without the noise, without the mirror, without the crowd telling you who to be, just you and everything you've been avoiding. The doubt, the ache, the voice that whispers what you already know. At first, it's uncomfortable. But stay. Stay when it's quiet. Stay when your hands want to reach for the phone. Stay when your mind begs for escape. Because beneath that itch to run is the clarity you've never touched. The Stoics knew. You don't need more voices, you need fewer, so you can hear the only one that matters, yours. In silence, you face the real, the raw, the parts of you that don't perform. And what you find there isn't weakness, it's wholeness. So stop filling the space, let it ring, let it echo, until the noise fades and you remember who's been waiting in the quiet all along. You. No one's coming, no cape, no rescue, no hand reaching down when you fall. And that's not tragic, that's power. Because once you stop waiting, you start moving. You stop hoping they'll fix it. You stop blaming the world. You stop pointing fingers at storms. And instead, you build, you carry, you climb. Not because it's easy, not because you feel ready, but because it's on you now. And that's enough. You become your own hero. You patch your wounds, you bury your dead. You rise again, quieter this time, but sharper. The Stoics knew. Strength isn't about avoiding hardship, it's about owning the hard things, without complaint. You don't need their help to heal. You don't need their permission to grow. Every scar you carry was earned. Every fall, a chapter. Every comeback, yours alone. So stop waiting to be saved. You already have what it takes to rescue yourself. You're carrying too much, and none of it is yours. Old voices, dead expectations, people who only call when they're sinking. Let it go, not because you're cruel, but because you're done. Not everything deserves space in your chest. Not every memory needs to live rent-free in your head. Not every emotion needs to be kept. This is emotional minimalism, keeping only what feeds you, cutting what drains, clearing the path back to you. Ask it, does this thought serve me? Does this person lift me? Does this story still belong? If not, release it. Drop the guilt, drop the performance, drop the need to explain why you're lighter now. Because peace has weight too, and you can't hold both. The Stoics never chased more. They sought what's true, what's necessary. Everything else, excess, noise, weight. So breathe, let the dust settle, and carry only what won't crush you. The rest, burn it, bless it, but don't bring it. Real freedom isn't loud, it's quiet, still, unattached. It's not the ability to do anything, it's the ability to need nothing. No praise, no hand to hold, no outcome to prove you're enough. When nothing owns you, you start to fly. Not because life got easier, but because you stopped tying your worth to things that leave. The Stoics didn't aim to control the world. They aimed to control one thing, themselves. So even when everything collapsed, they didn't. Even when love walked away, they stayed rooted. Even when the world screamed, they stayed silent because they owned their mind, their choices, their direction, no one else. You want freedom? Stop giving away your peace just to feel seen. Stop letting emotions drive the wheel. Stop renting your soul to temporary things. You are not a reaction. You are not a role. You are not what they expect. You are free when you stop needing what you already are. No one left you, because no one ever completed you. They just filled the space you hadn't learned to stand in yet. Now you have. You don't chase, you don't beg, you don't hope they come back, because you finally came home to yourself. You realize now the ache wasn't them missing, it was you, waiting for you. And now that you're here, present, grounded, whole, you don't need them to stay. You don't need them to approve. You don't need them to see, because you see. And that is the freedom they can't take. The peace they'll never understand. The silence that makes them wonder how someone so quiet became so untouchable.